Shout out to Cuppy for this video idea. He suggested having a wheel of different categories that we spin, and then we end up picking a card that fits into one of those categories. So you can see we do not have a deck built. We're going to be building one today. And we have this wheel with a bunch of different categories on it. We have air for air cards, ground, underground cards that, dig underground, spells, splash, woman cards. I mean, we have all different kinds of categories. We're going to be spinning and we're going to be building a deck with whatever it lands on. And, it's unlikely, but technically, could we get like 4 spells in this deck or 4 buildings? Yeah, we could. I mean, we're not going to remove a category once we get it. So the first category is spawner. I think we're going to take the witch for this one because it's one of the few evos that I have. It's a good spawner. It's a good kind of beatdown card that we can put behind something heavier. So we'll go with a witch for the first pick. Okay, let's see what our second category is. And it's going to be a dropping card. I think that technically the only troops that really drop are like Mega Knight and Royal Livery, but I think for this, I think the Evo Pigs would qualify because they drop from the sky. The Evo Skeleton Barrel would qualify as well. So we need a win condition. I think we're going to go with the Evo Skeleton Barrel. I think it's still a broken card. It's a good way of getting damage. So we'll go with that as our second pick. Alright, we now have 2 Evos. Maybe we can get a hero if we get a ground card. We could get either the Musketeer or maybe the Mini P.E.K.K.A. We're going to get a woman card. So I think we do have a good amount of defense, or a good amount of air defense with the witch, but it's not a really high damage dealing air unit. So we'll take the hero Musketeer as well, just because it's an annoying card to get through, especially with a turret. Alright, let's see what our next category is. It would be nice to have a spell, and we're not quite going to get there. We're going to get Splash. We already have a Splash card with the Witch. I think with here we don't really have a mini tank, so we'll put the Valkyrie in there as well. Okay, our deck is looking pretty good. My only concern is that we don't have a spell, we don't have a building, and we're still not going to get either of those. We're going to get an underground card, which would be Mighty Miner, I think. Could we go with Graveyard maybe? I mean, that is a card that spawns from underground, and it might work well with the Evo Witch. Yeah, we'll mix it up. We'll go with a Graveyard. Okay, I'm really hoping we can get a spell because Graveyard I think it only does really well when there's a spell you can put to clear swarm cards or anything that they put down. And we're still not going to get it. We're going to get another dropping card. So I think we'll go with a cheap dropping card. We'll go with the Royal Delivery. It's a good defensive card. I don't think you can really go wrong with that. Okay, I'm hoping that we can get at least a spell here. Still don't get a spell. This is like if they play a skeleton army after our graveyard, as of right now I don't have a way to kill it. So poison or snowball or something would be great, but we got splash, so we'll look through our options here and see what we have. I think we'll go with the bar barrel. I mean, technically it is a spell as well, but it does do splash damage, and it's also pretty decent with graveyard as well. It can be used as kind of a tank. So with our last card, I'm really hoping we can get a spell here because otherwise I don't know how well this is going to fare. And we are not going to get a spell. We're going to get an air card. So we might go with, let's Let's go with minions as well. They're a good air card. They're cheap. They'll help to kind of slim down the cycle a little bit. Alright, so this is what the final deck looks like. We have a couple ways of getting damage, couple win conditions. The reason why I pick Graveyard is because a lot of times it's good with the Evo Witch. We do have a couple things to tank for it as well. Some good defense, some really good air defense, and not too bad of a cycle. So we're going to see how this goes. Again, my concern is that we don't have a spell, and I think pretty much every Graveyard deck does have a spell because they're going to play something to defend the graveyard, like guards or minions or something. And if you don't have a way, to kill those cards, then it'll just get a ton of damage. And we also didn't get a building, and we're up against Hog Rider, so this was another thing I was worried about. But I think the Witch should do okay against this. I mean, the skeletons should spawn. It should keep it distracted for long enough, I would hope. And then I don't think we'll go too aggressive here. We'll kind of let that go and see what he has. So he has Hog Rider, which he might go for here. I don't think we'll be able to get a turret down in time, though. I don't think we can get it down and spawn the turret ability, so we might kind of have to predict the hog. I'm going to go with that to the side. And that's not bad. We do take a little bit of goblin damage, but could be worse. And we'll kind of let that go as well. I mean, we could have tried to go with a Valkyrie there, but I think the Musketeer is going to do a pretty good job of taking care of that anyway, and we'll just clean that up with a delivery. So I haven't really been paying attention to see what he would have for Graveyard. E-Spirit is going to be good against Graveyard. He can just kind of wait till the skeletons accumulate and then go with it. Don't know that he has a big spell. He hasn't played one yet, but I guess we'll find out if he has one here. Okay. You know what? We're just going to ignore that and go in. We'll go with kind of late minions to not lose our whole tower. But that should be some decent damage. And we'll just go with a delivery to kind of clean up the minions there. We're about even in damage now. Hopefully the hog only gets one hit. Okay, and then we'll just go with a barrel as well. Okay. You know, we're just going to go with a naked Graveyard just so that he spends more over there and it kind of takes away from his push over here. He is probably going to go with his Hog Rider. So we'll go with a turret. And he did not go with a Hog Rider. But the turret's still there, so that shouldn't get a hit. And we'll go in now. We'll go with a Witch here, just to kind of damage the Hog Rider if he does go for one. And we should not. We're not going to take his tower. We'll go with this just because the Mega Knight can't hit it. Kind of an intense game here. Okay, I think the Witch should lock on. Okay. Alright, we are going to win with the homemade wheel deck. So the wheel didn't do too bad. He did have minions, which I was kind of worried about, but the Graveyard was still able to get damage, even though we weren't able to kill the minions with a spell. But that is the deck that the wheel spun for us. I thought that was fun. I like building decks. I mean, you guys already know I like to build theme decks, so building a deck based on a wheel was quite a bit of fun as well. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have ideas for an upcoming video, something fun or unique you want me to try, just let me know, and I will give it a try. There's actually still a deck that I need to do. that somebody recommended me to, I think a month or two ago. But I'm still trying to build it. It's like a peaceful themed deck, and right now I only have 4 cards that I consider kind of peaceful themed, so still kind of working on building that. But if you guys have suggestions for future videos, let me know and I'll give them a try. And hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video.